Greetings all, Vanna here for the Fire Signs weekly message. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. It looks like you guys are having a lot of struggle going on. My Aries got the wishing well in the reverse. And pulling from a personal situation that I'm currently dealing with myself, yeah. Actually, that's really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Sometimes we have to hear very hard truths of things that we are not personally in our ego ready to hear. Whether that's something has to be done so that you can move forward, or something has to be let go of so that you can move forward. The wishing well in reverse very much is the, pardon me, is the reminder that rejection is divine protection. It's not a, you can't do this. It's a, now is not the best time for it. So I'm going to just share my personal experience because it is the most obvious thing for me to share. I am writing a BL love story, and this was a coping mechanism that I began when I broke off a very toxic friendship in 2020. Now, BL is something that I very much love and also put a lot of energy into. I also recognize that it is a low vibrational form of medium and prevents me from being at my greatest and highest good when I am immersing myself in it all the time. And Dragon's Lair in reverse at the bottom of the deck definitely makes me feel like there is a reason that it was my escapism and something that you are escaping from, or you're using to escape from the world's pressures or that change that you know you have to go through, especially with my Leos receiving metamorphosis. You know it's not easy. It is not painless, and it is not pleasant to go through this metamorphosis. But there is a choice that has to be made, and if you want to escape that dragon's lair, if you want to get out of that place where you are so hurt, where you are so in pain that you have to use something to distract yourself with every single day, then you will never get out of it. And I know it's not easy, but you guys have not been listening when the signs are coming up and the moments are saying, yes, you could go and watch that other episode of Grey's Anatomy that you've watched 17 times over. Or you can open up your psychology book and figure out what is that problem that has been going on in the back of your mind. Surrender, because it's not time for that other part. It's not time for that vice or that escapism. And I'm not saying that you have to completely give everything up. We are human beings. Inherently, we get overwhelmed. We get frustrated, and we very much feel like we need to run away from the world sometimes. I understand. I am the queen of escapism, which is what makes this so hard for me. Because I've spent 4 years pouring my love and emotion into this story, into the art with this story. It is not the time for them to come out. I know, joke because they're gay. But similarly, that part is not quite developed yet. There are other things that you're being asked to jump in on. And it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of love and care. So the patience is worth it. Bottom of the deck energy. You will not be able to soar. You will not be able to take what you want to the capacity that it can be if you don't go through all of this, if you don't get out of that sleeping bag of comfort. And I know, I want to be in that sleeping bag too. I want to live in there. I want to thrive in there because I know I'm not going to get hurt again. I know that in that I am safe. I am comforted. I am protected. It also makes sure that I cannot grow any more than who I am in that sleeping bag at that moment. In that particular moment of metamorphosis, I chose to press pause because it became all too painful to keep looking at things. Adventure south. You can't keep going around in this circle and spiral because that's not where your life is going to be existing. Yeah, you do have passion for this. You do have energy in this. Everything in moderation is part of the message, but also there is a time and a place for everything. It's like why there are sports ball seasons. There's baseball seasons, there's basketball seasons, and there's football seasons. You cannot go at that level all the time with all of that stress, with all of that stimulation, with all of that working in your mind. You have to have those times off. And so stepping back from this will let yourself grow in a way that you could not if you were having that on your plate. It's like I'm seeing a dinner table and you've got all these things in your immediate vicinity that you want to have, and you have your plate here. And like you have your corn, you have your salad, and you have like your fried chicken and all of these other things. And while you have like that, so let's just say the fried chicken, it's delicious, you want to eat a lot of it, but you will make yourself sick and unhealthy if you only consume fried chicken. It's a weird analogy, I know, but that's why you need the other things on the plate. You need the other things on the table because it has nutritional value. It has substance that you cannot get from that one thing. And I know, you love the taste of fried chicken. It is amazing. But you also have to eat your salad. You also have to eat your corn. You don't have to be happy about it, but please, for the love of God, don't complain about it because it's going to make you healthier. It's going to make you better. And like, you don't have to eat, it's like, something I used to do when I was a kid is that I would eat my favorite thing on the plate first and then eat all the other things that I didn't like. And it took me like half an hour longer to finish dinner almost every night because of this. And like, that's what I said, I'm the queen of escapism. I have always done this. I will always choose the more pleasant, peaceful, and easier route if that is my energy at that moment. If I don't have the strength, if I don't have the courage to do the hard thing, to face that hard thing, I will always go with the easier route because it is closer to that energy that I recognized and resonated in. And that is why there is this change coming in, because for the love of God, you've asked for this. You've been trying to attract this magnetization, but it can't come in. It's like, look, north and south, both in reverse, polar opposites. Speaking your word, voice in reverse as well. You certainly don't want to speak from an angry or an in pain place. And you certainly don't want to carry into this future that you're trying to create with this wishing well all of these things that you were running from in the dragon's lair. Intention. This fucking card has been coming up during the entire pre-shuffle that I was connecting. And then Field of Dreams, right underneath it. These are the two cards that I associate so much with intention, obviously, but also the reminder that you don't know what could be hatching from that egg. You don't know what that wishing well is going to give you, but if you're so stuck on what you think it has to be, it can't evolve into what it could be. It will never be able to become what you need it to be because you have these expectations and preconceived notions upon it and yourself. The moon coming out in the dice is certainly the understanding that this has been something that you have been running from for a very long time. And I understand. Myself, with my own situation with my book, it's something that I've known for a while. I can't have a part of my daily life in the immediate future that I am trying to build for myself. It doesn't mean that they're going to die. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop writing that story. Choosing what I focus on is going to be the main thing. Choosing what you focus on is going to be the pivotal point in the decisions and the energy that your life is going to take, my loves. Please. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not going to feel good. But you have to go through these things. You have to learn these things and be that new person again. Have a beautiful day.